Okay, hi everyone. My name is Folahanmi Ojo, and I will get started now. Okay, so here's a little bit about me. I am Nigerian, which is in Africa, West Africa specifically, and my language is specifically, in my culture specifically, Yoruba. My pronouns are she, hers. I've lived in Baltimore for 21 years, and then I moved to Austin, Texas for my current job, which is at General Motors as a software developer. Fun fact is I won Best Female Artist for my jazz solo in high school. It's literally this picture right here because music is a big part of me. And in my AP Computer Science, that's actually where this is my senior year of high school, and that's where I developed a passion in computer science because my teacher at the time had us like pretty much develop our own website, and it was very fun for me. So then coming into college, at first I was a computer science major, but then I couldn't deal with the coding was too much for me personally. So then I went to IT, and I'll go in further about what the difference between information technology and computer science in the next slide. But yeah, I got my bachelor's degree in information technology at Towson University, where I created a gaming app my freshman year, and then eventually my own personal blog. So the importance of technology. I don't know if anyone's heard the quote, necessity is the mother of all invention, but that's how I always have seen technology. Like it literally makes life easier. We don't back then, like in the Stone Age, they had to rely on like birds or horses to communicate or move around. And now we have all of these different technologies that make life so much easier, from Lyft, where you can literally just call someone and they can literally drive you to your location. There's DoorDash, where you can literally have food like brought to you like quickly. There's online shipping, online shopping, so you don't have to go to the store anymore. There's phones, so that's literally all in one. It also gives easy access to information that you need. Like you can easily anything anything that any question that you have, you can easily go on Google and find at least one answer. Also ebooks as well, so you can read virtually and not have to buy a physical book. Um, Also, technology has given us improved communication, virtual social lives through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, etc. Bro, those back then, MySpace, flexible work lives. So I personally, I can do hybrid. I can go into the office, but right now I'm in Maryland, and I'm literally working virtually right now, so it's like very flexible. And then efficient health through different portals and stuff. We don't have to A lot of things now is digital. You don't have to sit there and fill out information that can easily be lost. Now everything is on the cloud, and once anything is on the internet, it's very hard, if or impossible, to delete, which is good. So what is the difference between IT and computer science? IT is information technology that makes sure computers, networks, and systems work well, whether they are used at home, by home users, big companies, hospitals, governments, so on, while computer science is establishing the computational principles that are the basis of all software that we're using. So I guess I'll go through this a little bit. Let me just talk about my personal thoughts on computer science IT. So when I was a computer science major, a lot of the um, a lot of the core curriculum included lots of math. Like you go up to calculus 3, 4, or so, depending on your school. But like I think for mine was like calculus 3. And then also in addition to that, there's a lot of coding courses involved as well, and coding and computation, like in computer science. But like with the IC curriculum, it was a lot less. It was a lot less coding and more like network administration, some security, some There's another one that begins with the word S, and I forgot it, but yeah, there's a difference. It's not that major, but there is a difference. Um, so I'll talk about personality traits, where IT um, is usually someone who's able to see the big picture, and that someone's passionate about how technology can improve performance and solve business problems. They need to be comfortable interacting with others. So good communication skills are key. Meanwhile, some computer science professionals are usually more likely to be introverted and independent, since the attention needed to develop complex algorithms and write code requires a solitary focus. They are fascinated by the science and intricate details behind computers and their operating systems. This is a stereotype, I will say, because I've definitely met computer science people who are extroverted and have social skills. But I believe whether you do IT or computer science, you need social skills. Da, da, da. So yeah, you can also see there's a difference in jobs and also the salary. The salary is different. Like if you're doing IT management, the salary is higher, but usually computer science majors make more than IT people do as well. So, all right, so let's get into it. Technology's influence on entertainment. Um, so on gaming, we know that there's AR and VR and metaverse real world elements that transform the user experience. Funny enough, literally last Monday when I went to the arcade, I experienced metaverse for the first time. And literally, it was a crazy experience. Like I was screaming because of how real it felt, even though it wasn't real. And it was kind of traumatic in a way because I was just like, what just happened? Like I literally was like fighting demons and stuff. Like it's like, but at the same time, I'm just like, um, I want to do it again. So it can be kind of addictive. But it's really cool. The AR, augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverse, real world elements. Really cool. Something it's definitely the future of gaming, so it's a really good part to be in. Another one is live stream pay for service video providers, which everyone knows, Netflix, Hulu, etc., which use artificial intelligence to suggest content based on what you watch or do not watch, which can be kind of creepy. Like you can kind of feel like, wait, I like this. The next thing you know, I'm seeing it everywhere, or certain certain shows and stuff that like are trending, like it might be pushed out more to you, and you might be like, wait, this is kind of overwhelming, but it's kind of cool in a way. That it's personal. Same thing with digital music. Back in the day, people would be selling physical records, and nowadays, like it's not as common. Physical records and stuff. Like now we have digital music platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, etc. So things have really been changing. Also, the voice technology. We have Echo Dot, Hey Siri. Like sometimes, like I'm just literally Siri just literally talked on my Apple MacBook. Funny enough. But it does all type of tasks to make life easier for you. Like let's say you're on the road and you don't want to like touch your phone. You could say, "Hey Siri," and "Hey Siri, call this person," and boom, like it's done. So there's that too. There's smart TVs now. Like now, I think there's barely any TVs that aren't smart TV. You can even make older TVs smart using a Fire Stick or Roku, which is also cool. And lastly, the wearable technology like Apple Watch. I don't have one. I'm not a robot. Joking. No shade to anyone who has it, but Apple Watch, Fitbit, there's facial recognition too. Like I literally back then I used to like on my phone, like, just boom and I'm on and there's also, touch ID as well. Um, Bitcoin, there's digital currency. So like there's a lot of things that's going on in terms of the entertainment space because of technology. What path should a student take to becoming a gamer? So these salaries right here, these are the average. Some people make more, but usually like this is like I would say the lowest side of things in terms of like computer science. But um, so when it comes to becoming a gamer, I'm not a gamer. Disclosure statement, but I did some research and it requires at least a bachelor's degree in a related field, such as computer science, computer graphics, software engineering, or game design. An exception to this rule would be like a web developer position that would only require an associate degree, although usually when it comes to specialized positions, you need a bachelor's degree. Um, and certain responsibilities. And backing up, I highly suggest when it comes to when you're not sure of specifically what to do in your field, I highly suggest doing computer science or IT because those are fields that are very broad and you could easily like work at any place. Like I did IT undergrad, but I ended up being a software developer, but that's a computer science degree. So back to this, but responsibilities include developing character traits and stories, game plots, creating obstacles if needed, adapting game details for playability and customer appeal. Um, and key skills include creativity, problem solving, attention to detail, strong technological skills to be able to design graphics and develop code. But these are things once again that you can learn over time. Your school might not teach you, but you can also practice on the side using Code Academy, Khan Academy. There's so many Udemy. There's so many resources for that. So things to know and keep in mind. There's different industries that you can work in besides just gaming. Like there is gaming and entertainment, but there's also the car industry, which I'm working in currently. There's education. You could be a professor. You could also, with education, you could also do IT at a college, at a high school, elementary school. You can do consulting if you have like higher social skills. Consulting is a really good space. There's also transportation, which kind of goes to the car industry, but that can be aerospace. That can be a lot of things. There's design. Um, there's finance. That's what my dad did. He was a senior software developer for a finance company. You can do healthcare. Healthcare needs technology specialist, and there's insurance as well. So, what if you love technology but are not a math lover or strong coder? I feel like IT might be a better fit because that's literally what happened with me. I pretty much flunked out of my first Java class, and and I just realized it wasn't a good match. So if you're like me, then IT might be a better fit. But that's not to say because you choose IT that you couldn't be a gamer still or anything like that. Also, I highly suggest staying up to date on emerging technologies like metaverse. It's about to like literally explode. It's been here for a while, but it's going to increase more and more. So also the recent rise of mobile applications as well. So stay up to date on emerging technologies so you can add valuable skills to yourself. Another thing, take schoolwork seriously. There's like, okay, maybe your school might not be teaching you that well, but network with people in your class who know about, who know more than you. Also, like there's Udemy, Khan Academy. Putting your skills to practice is very important when it comes to anything, not just technology, but anything that you choose to do. You need to practice to progress and become better at your and hone in on your craft. And lastly, getting real world experience like internships at places that you like. For me, example, the internship that I got was data analysis and I hated it. But through that experience, because I got that experience, I then knew that's what I'm not going to apply to and what I'm not going to do, like once I get out of school. So yes, real world experience is important. Also, build your LinkedIn. Make sure your LinkedIn is on point. Like, make sure that you have everything that you've been doing through academia and also like extracurriculars all in your LinkedIn and adding people that you meet on LinkedIn to create that that professional development with your most updated resume as well. So if you have a career center, go to the career center, make sure your resume is on point, and put it on LinkedIn with a nice headshot. And then this was the reference that I used. And yeah, any questions? So working in the car industry was like is because I'm still in the industry. Um, it's definitely not as it's different because honestly, I won't sit here and say that I was trying to work at a car industry because I'm not really a car person. Like I'm just the type of person I just get the car that that's gonna take me from point A to point B. But but it really has been so insightful to see like see the process of making a car, and not even just like the process. I'm the data privacy team. I'm on the data privacy team, and right now I'm currently working on a customer management portal for customers to be able to manage their data the best way that they see fit. And for me it's empowering because I mean I'm a customer. I mean, you're a customer. You go to the store, you purchase a car and stuff, and you want to make sure that when you go to the car when you go to the dealership that you're not getting a bunch of your data isn't going to somebody that you never agreed to, because privacy is a very big part of technology, and we as consumers want power over our data, like to say, okay, this is what I signed up for and this is what I didn't sign up for. If I didn't sign up for you to be selling my data, don't do that because that's a breach of privacy, and all those things. So it's definitely empowering to see that. And also like General Motors has a lot of values that I take personally, like be inclusive, be bold. Like we also promote the importance of accountability, and these are things that align with who I am as well. So it's really cool. Also, getting first dibs on like all of the new car stuff that comes out, like oh, this new vehicle and stuff, and it's just top secret. I would love to share with everybody, but I can't.